And Sister Ashley answered the phone, and she said, well, we have some saints in New Jersey that you can fellowship with. They're in New York. I said, fine. And they gave me the number to call Sister Esther. I don't do, I'm a outgoing person because I work with kids, but to pick up everything or just to call somebody strange that I never met before, I don't do that. Yeah, I was working. I picked the phone up and I called Sister Esther. And every week she would call me. And I got where I looked so forward to her calling. And every time she called, it was like my sister was calling me.
Hallelujah.
And finally she said, can I do a 3-way call with you? I said, oh my God, they're testing me. I said, okay, I don't care. I love it. I want to be tested. And they talked to me for about an hour. And I told them more or less some of the stories that I've told you. In fact, I got more stories, but I told her, and they said, you're really interested. You're serious. I said, yes, I am. He said, well, why don't you come down to Tabernacles? I was like, nah, there's no way y'all gonna get me down here and sleeping in some tents. I'm 65 years old. I'm 64 now. I'm 64. I'm not doing that. He said, don't worry about it. We'll get you someplace to stay. And I said, really? I don't have to get in a tent? He said, no, we'll get you somewhere. Called down and talked to, I don't know who it was, and I had to ask Elder Becker, can I come? And he said, yeah. I was like, I'm so shocked. I'm like, you really gonna let a strange woman that you've never met before come down there and stay in one of your houses? And I'm actually gonna do it? I couldn't believe it. Next thing I knew, I was on a plane coming down. And when I walked in that hall, when I walked in that kitchen, and I saw those ladies cooking, and I just went up and held every last one of them, and they was like, wow! I'm like, I'm sorry. But Sister Ashley, I feel like I've been knowing you all my life. And that I just been looking for you. And they just open, you know how they do. And I went and stayed with Pastor Dow's mother and father. And you talking about daddy? That's my father right there. He taught me so much in the 2 weeks I stayed there. I actually missed a lot of this festival things going on late at night because I'm like this here. If I'm in your house, I'm going to do your will in your house. So they go to bed at 9 o'clock to 8:30. So I would come back at 8:30. So I was never out there drinking or anything. I didn't drink then. So I'd stay with them. And I told them this here recently. I said, y'all didn't even know I was cleaning your bathroom every morning. When I went in there, I would clean for him. I'd straighten up things. I saw how much he loved Mama Doll and how he would correct her and get her. It was just wonderful. I cried so much when I left. You'd have thought somebody that took something from me. I didn't want to go back home. But that was the start of the change. I got delivered. That's same, like 2017. I got delivered at my house here. I got a healing. I have COPD. All the talking that I'm doing right now, I'm not supposed to be able to do this.
Wow.
I have rheumatoid arthritis.
What's COPD?
Pulmonary is lung disease.
Okay.
It's asthma, emphysema, all those written all
You
into
delivered
one.
from that.
I got delivered from
Hallelujah.
that. I haven't taken any medicine in over a year.
So let me to wrap this up. So basically, you felt you come from a very dysfunctional, abusive.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you've been abused your whole life. I mean,
Pretty much.
So one of the things that's levied against Straightway is that the children are abused, and that the women are abused, stuff like that.
Sorry.
And some people may say that maybe you don't you've been abused. How do you know you're getting this one right? I mean, how how do you? I guess I'm just saying that. How do you know this is different from all your other experience?
Coming a straight way, how is it different from all my other experience? When you walk in the straight way, it's like walking home. It's like seeing your family for the first time. For me, it was. It's not a person on this land that I don't trust.
Mm.
And I didn't trust.
Mm.
How could I trust?
Mm.
I trust you.
Mm.
I trust him.
Mm.
I trust him.
Mm.
I would let you hold my babies.
Mm.
I wouldn't even let my father hold my babies when I had them, because I was that afraid and mistrusting.
Mm.
I didn't even trust my husband.
Mm.
We've been married 11 years, and until 6 months ago, I was in the kitchen, and I was feeling a little bad. And I was saying to myself, why do women have to do what men say? I mean, sometimes my husband says some stupid stuff, and I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt pressure on my head. And the next thing I knew, I was down on the ground, and I heard the voice say, that man loves you. Because if he didn't love you, he wouldn't tell you nothing. And I thought about it. All the men I've ever been with never told me nothing.
Mm.
Never supported me as far as saying, could you do this for me? Or I like you to do it this way. Or you need to do this. No, they just let you do whatever you want to do to keep you quiet. That man never did that. My husband that I have right now, he never did that. He been trying to instruct me from the day one, and I had been a Jezebel.
Mm.
I thought I was humble. I wasn't humble. I was fighting him the whole time and didn't know it. And he had got to the point where he had stopped trying because I was fighting that hard, and I didn't know it. This man bought me a house. He redid the whole house himself. Men don't say, I love you the same way women do. That's what I've learned. And when I felt Yah's hand on my head saying, down on your knees, woman, and recognize what love is, I immediately got on Marco Polo in private message. Ashley, I think she'll have it on her phone. I want you to ask her to let you see that. Ask her. And I told her what I'm telling you now. Even it was worse then because it was happening at that moment. And I haven't looked back since. My husband is so changed. I am too. When he says do something, I just get up and do it. Here's a great instance for you. I had a friend over, and I have to say she has a Jezebel spirit. Yes, she does. Well, anyway, like I said, a year ago we were going to get divorced. She comes over to the house, and me and my husband are sitting on the front porch. I won't even let her in the house because they leave bad spirits.
Yeah.
So she's sitting on the porch, and we're talking. And my husband says, honey, would you go upstairs and get me iced tea? I said, okay. She goes, oh, I'll get it for him. I said, excuse you? I'll get it for him. So I go upstairs and I get it and I give it to him. He goes, thank you, baby. And he goes in the backyard and does some gardening work. And she does this. Okay, give me a testimony. I said, what are you talking about? Last year, you two were almost divorced. Now y'all sitting here kissing each other. What happened?
Wow.
I'm obedient. I started with him first. And it spilled over onto him. I said, I do what he says. I'm content with it. He treats me like a queen.
Mm. He treats you like a queen. You're serving him.
Yes, sir.
And you're doing what he's telling you to do.
Yes, sir.
Wow. And is your husband even a part of the Straightway Ministry?
Nope.
He's not part. How does he
He's-
feel about you? How does he feel about you being a part of Straightway?
Well, I called him today and said, honey, how you doing? He says, baby, I miss you. You got one more week to be there, and you tell them people you got to come home, but I will send you back next year.
Wow.
That's what he said.
Wow.
And I got testimony of it. So, yeah, I think he's doing okay. And if you think he ain't listening, here's one more. And I'm going to be done.
Yeah.
Once again, you know how women are. We get a little ticky-ticky.
Yeah.
So one day he had told me to do something. I said, okay, honey, I'll put it on the list. He said, excuse you? Do I have to call Pastor down? My eyes got big as saucers. I said, nope. And I got up and did exactly what I was told. So, yeah, I think he listens.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he listens.
You making? I didn't have to do much. You pretty much told your story.
Yeah, I have a tendency of doing that.
I just had to facilitate it. So
Yeah, once you draw me out, I just spill over.
wow. So for sure, I just want to ask this question in the sense, but I think you already done it. But the biggest impact this ministry has done for you, what would you say, positive, negative? But I'll let you.
Negative. What word is that? It's nothing but positive. Are you kidding me? Straightway saved my marriage, saved my life, saved my soul, gave me the Ruach Spirit, something that I didn't even know what that was. And I could feel it moving. My husband's foot was hurting. He had an operation. And they say that once we have got in line, that we have power. I took some of Mother Carol's shea butter. I said, just put your feet here. I didn't tell him what I was doing. And I put his foot in my lap and I prayed that he'd get healed and that pain would go away. So the next day, after I did that, I said, how your foot doing? He said, doing pretty good. He ain't never looked back. So yeah, there's power in the word. There's power in me. There's power in Yah. And culture. My husband asked me, why are you wearing the head covering and why you changed from wearing pants or skirt? I said, because I'm learning my culture. And he had not a problem with it. We walk everywhere together. People open doors for me. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. So for somebody, even today I had the access to ask you, how could somebody walk this walk, turn around and go back to that world? It's no way. It's no way I'd ever turn back. And there's no way my husband would even go there, because that's one thing he knows, that I would have to make that choice and he wouldn't make it. He knows that, but he also knows that as long as we are in our roles, more or less, he's my master and I serve my master, life is beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Well, this is a good interview. I appreciate you. I appreciate you sharing. There's a lot of stuff here to work with.
Yeah, y'all got a lot of editing to do.
Yes. No,
Thank you.
I love it. Thank you so much.
In the Christian church, you would never hear them talk about or teach about living a biblical life, about setting yourself apart and being sold out for Christ. And their dedication to it was, man, it was inspiring to me. And I wanted to be a part of it in whatever way I could possibly be a part of it. And definitely encouraging, seeing the grassroots of where they came from, the sacrifices they made. And it was a big light for me, because it gave a new meaning to the word, a living sacrifice. Continuous sacrifice is what you see here, and it just encouraged me to try to be the same,